Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
What's up with y'all, man? Y'all at BSB Recording Studios. I'm BSB Gunner, you dig? You locked in with Nolazine TV.
Okay. So tell everybody where you from.
And I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, Algiers, the cutoff to be exact, you know.
So we're gonna speak about, just Algiers and on just the west side of New Orleans. Like explain, how it is.
All right, shit. The west side, we got some athletes over here, but we ain't got nobody really holding it down for the music industry, you dig? I'm hoping to be the first coming out my section, the cutoff.
Okay. So it's like being from the cutoff, like in Algiers as well. Growing up, who influenced you for us to start making music?
Shit. I was a Wayne head growing up. You hear me? The block is hot, lights out. Yeah, 500 degrees. I could go. Album for album, that's been my dude. That's who inspired me to start fucking with this music.
So you say block is hot, Wayne, huh?
You already know.
And so that means you was rocking Iceberg and all that.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Saucony's.
Nah, I skipped that trend.
I fucked with the Saucony's, man.
Yeah, I skipped that.
Okay. So when did you actually start to make music?
I started making music in 2007 when I got incarcerated, you dig? I was on the tier, met a little dude from Bread City named Bob. He was nice as fuck. Just peeping dude out. He like, man, you look like you trying to fuck with that music. I'm like, yeah, you dig? He like, man, start fucking with it. And I started writing. Before you know it, I got nice as fuck with this shit.
Tell everybody, what's the average day like for you?
The average day, I wake up, I get to this bag, you dig? Straight from the bag, it's to the studio. My second love is music, you dig? From the studio, it's back home to the fam.
Okay. So far as being a music artist, what separates you from other artists?
I'm persistent, I'm consistent, I'm driving heat constantly. And the fact that I'm putting my own bread behind me, investing in my own dream. I'm putting the money behind my team as well.
Okay. And we're speaking of marketing, because if they have so many artists always show the money, but most artists don't actually, put the money behind marketing and everything. So how big do you think marketing is?
That's very important because you could be the nicest motherfucker writing music, the nicest motherfucker spitting. But if you're not able to get in touch with the fans, have your arm reach long, nobody able to hear you, nobody gonna know your voice.
Yeah, cause most artists feel like they can just post on their page and it's done.
It's bigger than that. When I dropped my One Way album, I reached out to a lot of people as well as Nolazine TV. I'm real big on promotion.
You ain't even reach out to me. I posted you immediately
big
hey
facts.
Brother, you're like, hey brother, hey bro, I got your lunch.
Lunch on me.
I I just saw everybody post man, I grew up with you. Why would I post?
Right.
Why would I?
And that was real, so I treated you to the lunch. Right. Big facts.
But you still I believe in marketing.
Big facts.
Most people don't even think like that. That's weird.
That's important to me.
It's important to you?
Big.
So let's get into marketing. Actually you actually took an approach that I never saw most of the artists actually did. I saw so many different blogs post you quick. And most artists think that, you just gotta pay the DJs and everybody. You was on hip hop everything and you was on change the plan. Change the plan followed me. Dude talk about me in the interview.
Right.
So what was your marketing mind? Actually how did you know to reach out to all the blogs?
I'm real big. I watched the music business from the sideline for 10 years. I was incarcerated from 2007 to 17. I watched the music videos. I read the hip hop weeklies, stuff like that. I also met people that was involved in the music industry, so I took notes, pointers from different people, and I just incorporated it into my own plan.
Yeah, cause the average artist don't know to all right, blogs are what you need right now.
Right.
For the just to get your views and streams up immediately. Because it got all the links on their page.
Most definitely.
But you was an artist, you dropped one single and did it immediately. Most artists, it takes years to find to even think about doing it.
Like I said, I got the means to be able to invest in myself. You dig?
It's a big plus. Okay, so tell the people, do you have any projects coming up?
Most definitely. Like I said, we still pushing my single, One Way. I'm in the lab right now every day working on this upcoming EP, which I plan on giving to y'all the beginning of next year. You know what I'm saying? Sometime in January, I'm gonna hit y'all with a nice EP. I'm just hoping to captivate everybody and make everybody fans of my music.
Okay. Also, did the features on that?
Most definitely, I got features on the single. Is me and Don 90. You know what I'm saying? One Way out on all major platforms: YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music. You know. I'm also working with on my fellow artists, BSB Scootover, BSB Slime. Follow them on the gram at Westside Stunner and BSB Scootover Instagram.
Okay. Well, you know, we gonna get into BSB. Like, how did you come up with that name?
You know, that's where I grew up at, Boyd Street. That's my block, Boyd Street Bullets. That was the team of guys I grew up with. You know, and that's something we stood on. We stood on being young dudes that's go-getters, bullies.
So BSB, like, you know, as you told me earlier, well, actually before the interview, that you started, you know, BSB on like the label.
Yes, indeed. It's BSB Entertainment LLC. It's official. I have paperwork. I'm ready.
And so, do you plan on like signing like more artists?
Yes, of course. I'm in a position right now to sign artists if they're willing to work and come get this money.
So speaking of working, like, what you like? When we say, willing to work. Like, what do you mean by that? Me and
my artists, me being an artist as well, I mean, we in the studio hours at a time. It may be times we don't leave the studio till 2, 3 in the morning. We're really trying to put this work in to make ourselves get in the position we need to be to blow.
As far as an artist, which one do you actually prefer being?
Honestly, you know, I've been rapping for a long time, but I never really planned on this being, you know, my main source of income. So I always did want to be the person behind the desk. But at the same time, I love music. I actually love what I do, and I feel like I'm good at what I do. So I chose to invest in this and invest in myself as well as my brand to try to push myself to the next level and push my team to the next level as well.
Okay. So far as being an artist, what separates you from being other artists?
Okay, you know, what separates me from being other artists is that I'm taking my hard-earned money and I'm actually investing in myself and my team. You know what I'm saying? It's not guaranteed that I'm gonna blow. It's not guaranteed nobody on my team gonna blow. But I'm willing to gamble on my team with the money that I go to work faithfully. I work hard for my bread and I'm willing to invest in my dream with the possibility of knowing that it might not even go nowhere.
What do you enjoy most about being a music artist? And also, what do you hate most about being a music artist?
What I enjoy most about being an artist is the fact that I'm able to express myself. You know, I make multiple types of music. I'm in all type of genres. I do rock and roll, I do pop, I do hip hop, I do storytelling, I do battle rap. So I'm pretty much giving you my life through these words that I write to these tunes. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy that about being an artist. What I hate about being an artist is the fact that other artists that's in a way better position that I'm currently in, they don't reach back. It's like, you know, a lot of them forget where they came from.
Oh, so you plan on actually reaching back, you know? So
most definitely, I'm all.
If just not leaving.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. I mean, this is where I built my empire. I'm gonna stay in New Orleans. This is where I plan on dying of old age at. And as far as giving back, I'm hosting at my studio. I'm actually hosting a Christmas Eve toy giveaway, December 24th. If you want to, you can reach out to me on Instagram at BSB Gunner. DM me for the location. But I'm definitely I'm doing a toy giveaway to give back to the kids on Christmas Eve.
Okay. Speaking on not leaving New Orleans, being original for New Orleans, do you feel like New Orleans need to actually get back onto our certain roots and sound? Cause you know, I see so many artists not saying no cap and all that other people's slangs. We gotta go back to Shive stuff. We acting trendsetters.
Right.
So
bling bling. All that. You know, that's original words that come from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? You heard me. All that is we losing our way. Everybody won't be from Chicago. Everybody hollering OTF and all this and all that. Man, I'm from the cutoff. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from New Orleans.
But I can lie to you. And when they speak on drill, actually BG the first person to actually say drill.
Right.
And both people don't really know that unless you really was listening to New Orleans raw hip hop.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like we definitely gotta get back to our ways. I could count on my hands how many people trying to rap like they from New York. How many people trying to rap like they from Atlanta? How many people trying to rap like they from Chicago? Man, I'm me. When you hear BSB Gunna, you don't hear nobody else. You can't say BSB Gunna sound like this dude or he trying to rap like this dude. Man, I'm giving you me.
So tell the people, how do you take constructive criticism?
I mean, I'm great with constructive criticism because, you know, I can make music and feel like my music is good and all this, but it's not what I think. It's about what, the consumers think, the fans think. You know, my team, it's about what they think as well, for the simple fact, you know, I feel like I have room for improvement. So if somebody come to me and tell me, brother, I don't like this, you should change this, I'm willing to take that into consideration.
So what's your advice on someone, like up-and-coming artist, I'm trying to follow in your footsteps?
You know, my advice to a younger artist, somebody up and coming, you know, is just be you. Don't try to imitate this person, look like that person. Just be you. The world gonna feel you 10 times harder if you be yourself with this music, man. Just be yourself as a person, period. And you're gonna get so much further.
Okay. So tell your fans, something about you that you don't show on your social media.
That's kind of hard because I feel like I don't hide nothing from social media. You know, I give y'all me. I clown on social media. I get my moments to where I'm serious. I get my moments to where I'm upset. So I can't really say I hide nothing from the fans. I give you me. And I hope this the person you fall in love with.
Okay. So has there ever been one point in your music career, when you just want to give up?
I can't say I wanted to give up, but it's a time that I've been discouraged. You know, I think back to 2009 while I was incarcerated. You know, running my music, they had a guy that told me he felt like I would be best as a ghostwriter. You know what I'm saying? And that was discouraging. But at the end of the day, that just made me go back to the pen, go back to the pad, and just write harder music.
And just go hard.
That's it.
Okay. So, describe your music. Using one word.
Phenomenal.
And why do you feel like that?
Feel like that because, like I said, when I give you my music, you're gonna hear me. You're not gonna hear nobody else. And I have songs that I feel like could change this person's life. I feel like I have music that could change the way this person look at this particular subject, this particular, you know, that's why I say I'm phenomenal. Like, I feel like when you hear my music, it's just like, damn, he nice. And you can't say nothing other than homie cold.
So name one song, you know, it doesn't be a song that's on Apple Music, iTunes, but name one song that you think that everyone, well, all your fans should actually, listen to, from you.
Shit, One Way. That's my single. This bitch out now on all platforms. That bitch hot. You hear me? I feel like, this the one that's gonna really take me somewhere. You know, I've been getting good reviews. I've been having different radio stations reaching out to me for interviews. You know, different blog sites posting me. I'm actually on a tournament right now. I'm trying to win that thing. Go to LA, get this free photo shooting, this free studio time. See what that life like in Cali, you dig?
Oh, they moving, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So far as your city goes, do you feel like other artists in your city actually support each other?
Nah. I just feel like when it comes to music, everybody out for self, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm not tripping, for the simple fact, at the end of the day, homie, do what you got to do to make sure your situation get better. But I don't feel like other artists help other artists. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, if he had no Lazine TV, we always going harder for New Orleans, without anybody.
Big facts.
So, we want to know, from you, and that we want to know 5 artists that you know just looking forward to working with.
Nino Calvin. I want to work with D Weezy. I want to work with Holly Grove King. I want to work with Weed Junkie. And I also want to work with Mr. One Up, you know, an up and coming artist from the West Bank. Real nice, you know what I'm saying? I believe in what he got going on.
Okay. So far as your city, you know, you kind of mentioned it earlier, but I'm going to ask you again. Do you feel like you have to move out your city? Once your music career reached your milestone?
No, I don't feel like I have to move because a king never leaves his empire, and this is where I built my empire. I'm not going nowhere.
Because you know, most interviews be like, man, it's always tragic things that happen once a person actually gets to a certain level.
I mean, hey, that's true. They got some unfortunate things happen to people once they reach superstardom or success, but I just feel like that was fate. I don't feel like it was because of what they had going on or the success they reached. I mean, that was some things that couldn't be changed.
Like I tell people every day, like just for how I move with it. Like basically, what's gonna happen, gonna happen. It don't matter what city you're in.
Right.
Can't run from it. You already got your thing.
Right.
And most people just feel a certain way. Okay, so far as your city, another thing about your city. So do you feel like local DJs, radios, and blogs could do a better job, like breaking artist music?
They definitely could do a better job. I mean, you don't really hear local artists getting no play unless they paying for it. You know what I'm saying? If you do hear local artists, it's maybe about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But I don't feel that. I mean, everybody needs somebody to elevate them to the next level. I mean, nobody into this music business wanting to stay at the level they are when they first came in.
Like I tell you, like if you ain't growing,
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Give it up.
If you spending money and you not growing, it's a problem.
Give it up.
That's a problem. Yeah, but that's a real problem. Tell the people like what's next for you, like more merch, signing artists, just everything.
Right, I'm currently working on my EP. I'll be dropping another video in the next 2 weeks. I signed the artist by the name of BSB Scootover, real nice, different, style unlike no other. I also signed the artist BSB Slime, Y'all can follow those guys on the gram at Westside Stunner and BSB Scootover. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for those guys. But yep, that's the plan. Just dropping more hits and just constantly hitting y'all with these videos.
Last but not least, tell everybody where can they find you on social media and just other music like platforms.
Social media, you can find me on Instagram at BSB Gunner, Facebook, Genera Woodfork, GENERRA WOODFORK. As far as music, I'm on all major platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, TikTok. Y'all just tune in. I'm hoping y'all fall in love with this person y'all see today.
Z, make them scream.